looks like we're giving the go-ahead to go right ahead. All right. Let's see what we look for here. I imagine that Braree wants to keep their distance here with Cloud. Not getting too much off of that first forward. I think he wasn't near the auto cancel range there. However, he is going to be showing that you can't just approach my shield all willy-nilly. Cloud is known for his up B for a reason. Making more space with that neutral B. I think he was very close to actually breaking belly armor there with that side B. It's looking really rough already. There isn't too many cracks on there, but I imagine just like 1 or 2 more fares, it's going to end up shattering that. And he's at a high enough percentage that that's just going to be detrimental to him. Anyways, catching that landing with a side B, as it's just so big. Okay. Not being on the ground enough to be able to punish that roll from ledge. But they are going to manage to close out the stock, and it's looking pretty solid for them, honestly. 71%, haven't been taken off of the ledge in quite a while. Anyways, first sign of an opening here from Braree, but Gersly being ready with that tech, not wanting to go onto that platform where Braree was just ready for another option, waiting for there just to kill. That forward air off the stage there, showing that the first off-stage interaction from Braree there already being a kill. 100% accuracy on there. Let's hope to see a little bit more. Here Gersly there, that first interaction is just a sign of what else is to come. K-Roll can come back from anywhere, unless you're off the stage with them. Nair into dash attack, you got a solid combo off of there, looking to avoid the blade beam again with limit. And then just barely avoiding that cross latch as well. That for limit is going to be pretty good for them. But anyways, another Nair from there, looking to tech chase, looking for the roll in, not managing to get it. That counter though is going to manage to land, and then Gersly is down to their last stock with Braree. With Braree just making that close there. Another Nair out of shield as Gersly was still in lag of their previous move. All right, that fair connecting, but not really getting too much off of it. K-Roll is at a really awkward percent. You're not going to be able to combo that much into anything. That blade beam just barely missing there. And they're doing so much work here for Braree, keeping Gersly on the ledge until he just managed to full hop down air off of there. Nice footstool there. Very scary chase there. Belly armor doing its work there. Waiting for something there like that up B, but just low enough for Gersly to be able to clip them with that up B. Nice turnaround grab, and that's just going to take it. Really solid stock there from Braree. I think we're looking at a run it back there from Gersly. I'm not sure what that hand sign was. I think we'll find out really quick. A quick stare to the camera there. Mogging it, actually. He's just having fun there. Staring at it, wondering what sort of thoughts are going through that man's head. We're going to see him staying on the Cloud. Braree, of course, staying on the K-Roll. Sponsored by Water Cup, by the way. Gersly by Doom. I love me a good water cup, especially at 3 a.m. and it's really cold. That's just the small things in life. Anyways, K-Roll is not a small thing in life. He's very big. He's going to get caught by those sorts of things. Not going to be able to get that offstage accuracy going lower and lower. Anyways, get back thrown. Do you have enough limit to make that? Yes, you also had a jump. Very good stuff there. Having to burn that limit though. But already like a quarter of the way there. Almost half now. Good stuff. Trying to get that Nair off there to get Braree off of them, but Braree just being that tiny bit faster there. Oh, snap. Was that on purpose? I feel like that had to have been on purpose on Gersly's part. Knowing that, because if so, that would have been insane. Knowing that Braree was looking for that counter there and just going a little bit lower, just enough so that Braree falls right into the last hit of that. Anyways, while I was going on about that spiel, Braree just taking that last stock with a really solid combo into the up smash. Wrong way there from Gersly. Don't know if he was looking for. That's it. That was okay. We got ourselves a match here. Looking a lot like the last match. Braree with a 1 stock lead here. And then just, this Cloud's just so. Okay. Sorry, I got to gather my bearings here. That down smash landing there, putting Gersly in a really bad spot here. Tech chase into tech chase. Now you're on ledge. Blade beam connecting. Now you got K-Roll off the stage here. Cloud not too many options to deal with though. He could just run off and then back or the K-Roll if he had better positioning, but Okay, Braree managing to put themselves in a position where it's just hard for Cloud to... Oops, I had a burp there. Anyways, moving on from that thought. Got this going on. Nair connecting. Cross slash. Braree's off stage now. We've been in this situation many times before, though, and Braree has always come out on the win. So let's see what happens here. Roll in, getting caught by that fair. That's just such a big croc right there. Anyways. Oh, fair there from Braree. Looking for some sort of tech chase. Getting hit by that cross slash, but not all the way there. Shoutouts to multi-hits and ultimate. Not quite working out the way you think so. Now the Cloud is off stage. Barely any limit there. That's just it. That uppie is not going to connect all the way, and then Braree is just going to take the second game. Gersly looking to find some sort of answer to this. He's just in shambles at the moment, trying to rack his brain to think of something. Whether is it his gameplay, is it his character's choice? All these sorts of thoughts are running through his brain right now. He's in deep thought now. After he gets through this stage choice here. Another thing to consider there. Anyways. Gersly having to show that he's a top player for a reason, though. Let's see what sort of adaptation come from this. Getting Battlefield now. If you're staying Cloud, you're going to have a great time just juggling K-Roll through those platforms, making it that much harder to land for him. Looks like it is. Absolute confidence in this matchup. Let's see what happens. Game 3. Will this be the last one for Gersly here, or are we going to see the start of a reverse 3-0? This is why we love Ultimate. Anyways. Good start. The other player committing too hard. Braree fast falling there, almost leading to their doom. I think they thought that they were going to go back on the stage. Anyways, that forward tilt not managing to connect there because Gersly's spot dodge. Some reactions are just going back and forth, back and forth. Neither player pushing their advantage too far, mostly because they can't. Like, Cloud doesn't have that big of a combo game. And K-Roll just barely getting hits that will lead into another one, aside from like his falling nairs. But it's looking like he can't manage to get those too much longer tech tech chase. Sorry. This stage choice being really good here for Gersly, just showing that those up airs are going to be a really big problem when you're trying to land his K-Roll. It's just so hard to maneuver around these plats as a big body. Missing that up B out of shield. And now he's got Cloud off stage. You are, however, a stock down, so you can't be too reckless with these edge guards unless you want Cloud to just like up B you off the stage with him. And then just secure an even bigger lead, though. Nice falling nair there from Gersly. Not getting too much off of it, causing him to get hit by a dash attack. Anyways, a couple interactions later, we're back here in this situation. But Blade Beam managing to get the Blade Beam managing to get K-Roll off of him. That crown just barely making just barely connecting him into another combo of his own. These K-Roll combos being known to just be absolutely brutal. And hitting early. Copter's going to shield you just a bit there. Give yourself some space. Gersly has been going full blast here. You're going to want to give yourself that sort of space. Give yourself some time to think. This Gersly's just been relentless with his pressure. Yeah, you got to get off of that ledge, though. Blade Beam is going to hit right below it, and you are going to die from it. You are at that sort of percent. That up, well-spaced up B. Cross slash there. Parrying the wrong hit there. Mixing up those timings, getting those jabs, getting him off of there, getting those very small charges off of the limit. And he's almost there. Raw up tilt, managing to take the stock. Getting him right off there. Just need two more here. This is looking like a very different game as a very different game from the last two that have passed us. It's looking really rough here. Good armor. Into crown, getting combo off, and now you're on center stage. This is exactly where you want to be. Getting even further shield pressure onto there. Very, very brave landing there. You can't punish that, though, however, unless you parry it. And even if you do, you're on the plat. It's going to be so hard to punish that. And I think Gersly knowing that, too. But back you're not killing there. Even at 150, this Croc is way too heavy for his own good. I was about to say, that's it. Your belly armor was just running its limit, too. It was going to crack. Either it was going to crack there, or you were just going to die. That's all right. We got some really good adaptations coming out from Gersly. Showing that this is a way different match from the others. However, Braree is going to get his pick of counter tape. He is going to get his counter of stage choice here. So we may see a completely different match. Gersly mocking the camera real quick before he gets started here. Calming himself down. That game showing that he can do this. Can't imagine just how intense these two feel. Braree having the lead still. So he's allowed himself just a little bit more leeway. Just one more game, you'll be able to take this. It's be a really good match for you two. Good stuff. Not overcommitting. Waiting to see what Gersly does. However, spacing that just well enough that even though you were dashing back, you were going to get hit by that forward air. You got him off stage now, looking for that gimp. Not going to happen, however, that sword is massive and has great priority. You are now, however, in a platform tech chase. And now you're looking to fight a cloud with significantly better air mobility. You do have him in the ledge, though. So let's see what sort of things you looking for that fast fall off the ledge there. Gersly doing his best just to get this K-roll off of him. Good side switch. Good lad Haven coming in clutch with the drinks. Let me get this placed down real quick. Moving on to the match, that dash attack just barely taking that stock. I think he was looking for a limit there. Not barely taking these these short hops galore. Honestly, you just got to take the throw there. I know it's an FGC turn. You're not really looking to see these on the platform tech chase. Just barely missing that blade beam, then landing a forward air of his own, taking that stock immediately. Even game once again. Braree in the lead.
I was going to hop in there, but man, you've got this covered. Hey, what's up? Glad getting back on the mic. So,
hello, sorry, I've had to do solo commentary for so long, so I more or less.
Yeah, you've got it covered, dog.
I don't know, I was struggling at a couple times. It's good to have you, though.
Good to be back.
Introducing my co-commentator, Lad Gaben.
What's good? We've got K-Rules on both streams, baby. That's Indiana for you. Actually, it's really just these two now that I'm thinking about it. These are like the two notable K-Rules of Indiana.
Braree
Wes and his protege,
his minion.
Braree. His minion, yeah. Both being the South Bend boys. Both being the only K-Rules out here doing it. The best K-Rules out here.
That dash attack not connecting. Despite how big it is, it's not going to cover that much for that long. Ooh. Weird up there there from Gersly.
No, I think I was looking at what he wanted with the spacing. I think he wanted to ledge grab with the upbeat to see if he could get a cheesy spike.
I see. So he was okay.
Or at least to put some pressure on while safely getting landing on the ledge, but he didn't end up spacing it right.
Who knows? Gersly's mind is an enigma.
You know who else's mind is an enigma? Braree's, because he's up 2-1, and in this point, he needs just another quick stock, and then it's even. So
it was looking very comfortable for him earlier, though. Like, he took those games very commandingly.
Really? Okay.
No, absolutely. But Gersly just adapted really well, and now he's not letting himself get put off stage for those gimps that originally just cost him those stocks.
Yeah.
It's just looking really good. Not only that, but he's also dealing with K-Rool armor a lot better.
You know what I'm realizing we have here is K-Rules of South Bend and a game for Gersly. That's what we've got. That's what I was going to say. Totally. But that we've got K-Rules in South Bend, and for our Clouds, we've got Purdue, because I'm realizing we've got
absolutely,
like OJ and Gersly are the Clouds at the moment.
I'm looking to get myself on the list, at least for my secondary.
For your secondary Cloud? Okay.
Secondary Cloud. I already have a lead.
That's fair. Am I too far? I'm so far. There we are. There we are. You have a Lad Gaben win after yesterday.
It's a start.
I
consider that a win.
I was tilted after playing Parm. I'm not going to lie. I was tilted. But
I mean, they play so clean. It's hard
no,
not to be like.
And then watching them go all the way up to 4th, I think, in the tourney, I was like, you know what? I don't feel as bad about my loss now. Man, Wes is clearly doing Wes things on the other stream. So you want K-Rool action here? There. You want K-Rool action there? We've got it on Odyssey Esports IN and Odyssey Esports 2.
What's up?
Yeah, something going on with the controller with Braree, it looks like, but we've got it taken care of. So
okay.
Game 5 here. This is honestly not what I would have expected to go at Game 5. You know, it's with Cloud being such a meta-relevant character. I'd expect. Huh?
Yeah. If Gersly wins, it's a reverse 3-0.
Whoa, whoa, oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like that.
So it was like super, wow, it's super dominant from Braree. Okay.
Yeah, it was very dominant.
We'll
Almost
see how
looking
this
like he
goes
was going to take it as a clean 3-0, but Gersly just being that clean.
Yeah, I mean, Gersly's one of the best in the state to do it, you know.
Nice DI there from Gersly, going to ledge there, not getting caught by that dash attack. And we got the Croc. Trying to be as careful as they can as well, but you can only be so careful while taking up so much space.
Yeah.
And now you got Limit on board. This Cloud's going to move much faster, deal so much more damage. It's gone now, but you're already at 122 and 112 and off stage.
Ooh.
Good stuff there. Gimp him.
Oh.
Okay, he avoided it though. That's the main thing, and now he has the lead. He can throw out those projectiles a lot more safely.
I'm so surprised Gersly went with that, because you had the percent lead too. There was no reason to go for it out right there.
Yeah, but Braree was trying to gimp him real hard there. I think he was trying to show him that you can't just be pulling those sorts of things off. If you have the lead, I'm going to just let it rip.
I guess that's true. If you're expecting to die anyways, why not go out taking out your
That's not gonna kill. That's
taking out your opponent?
absolute
crazy.
schmeat from this Croc. Anyways,
What did you say? Absolute schmeat from this Croc?
no, yeah, this Croc is.
I mean, he is a meaty boy. You're not wrong.
look at that. That
my
back throw
gosh.
almost killed. That blunderbuss did kill.
No.
I thought I wasn't going to kill either.
I really thought he was just going to air dodge through it and be fine, but we have nothing.
Such a
of the
big
sort.
lead. Gersly taking a moment, composing himself. That
Yeah.
almost broke shield with a
Dude, you've gotta after that. Sure, you took the stock, but man, you're still down a whole stock against K Rule.
So we saw some movement there from the player cams in Braree. I think you're fine. You shouldn't be too stressed about him taking a stock. You were at 182. The fact that you lived that long against Cloud is honestly very good on its own. If you let him get into your heads for some of the smaller, like taking one stock, that's going to be so much harder for you to deal with later on when he takes the second one and puts you in your last one.
Yeah.
Because it's bound to happen. In this game, these sorts of things are bound to happen where characters have like all sorts of comeback mechanics.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
If you let yourself think that you had a 2-to-1 stock lead and then see yourself getting it lost, you're just going to get in your own head. Just be like, okay, well, I still have a stock to go.
Okay, getting through the armor. That's huge. That's huge. I don't think Braree expected that to beat out the armor.
Absolutely
so
not. This is what we were talking about earlier, too.
Yeah. He's coming a lot closer now. If he can get a couple of those upbeats out of shield, bring this back.
He can't be in his own head. Now it's even percentage, too. Good parry. Getting the nair. Not looking for the grab. I think Gersly thought that was a grab as well. Seeing that. Good stuff. Nice air dodge.
Man.
He's going to get a little bit of limit off of that.
Gersly has brought this all the way back and is looking to take it at this point.
Good stuff. Nair coming over. Tech
That's
chase
it.
into up smash,
That's
and that's going to take it. Good stuff from Braree. Clean interaction, finding finding just the right opening. This was not an easy set. It originally was looking so easy for Gersly.
Man.
Sorry, it was so easy for Gersly.
That's crazy. Wow.
Oh snap! He did not make it easy. That was so stressful.
Chat, I only saw the last 2 games of that. I can only imagine what seeing 5